Hi everybody, this is Lynn Serafinn at TrentinoGenealogy.com, and I'm making this very short video, I hope it's going to be short today, about the new ebook that I'm just putting up on the website today, and it is on the Benassuti family of Trentino. And some of you may say, well, I don't have any Benassuti in my family tree, but actually a lot of you may have some hidden Benassuti that you didn't actually know about. This family has a very interesting history. We can actually trace them back to the patriarch from whom they got their name, as a gentleman named Benassuto, who lived in Cles, and this is in the 1300s, right after the Black Death era, so in the latter half of the 1300s. This is where they got their surname. Now, why I'm saying that this family might be in your ancestry is that they're not just called Benassuti. There's a whole branch of them called the Melchiori. And the Melchiori of Cles are actually their cousins. This article doesn't deal with that branch, but it does tell some of their early history. So that might be of interest to you if you have Melchiori in your tree. But also, as I'm coming down, I'm talking all about how many of the people are, there's not actually that many people with the surname today comparatively, but there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people descended from female lines, from daughters of the Benassuti. So in other words, you may have Benassuti way further back in your tree than maybe then you've even gone. Like, for instance, my most recent Benassuti is like 450 years ago. So it's like, I don't have the surname in my tree recently. I have it way back in the early 1600s and late 1500s. And also there are female lines that went into, not just in the parish where they were settled in Tignerone, but there are some that went into the outskirts of the city of Trento. There were some that settled in Valsugana, in Pergine. So there are a lot of connections with the Benassuti that you may not even know. Furthermore, a lot of them, because there are so many notaries of the Benassuti in the Benassuti family, they also intermarried with a lot of other notary families and a lot of other noble families as well. So don't take for granted that, or don't assume rather that they're not in your tree because you may not have seen them. They may be hidden in there somewhere. Even if they're not, they're a very interesting family to read about. I found some very interesting resources in the course of this research, including some poetry, a translation of a diploma of nobility, lots of very interesting things that contributed to forming a picture of this family that I don't think has been presented before. And also, I think there were a lot of assumptions before as to who was related to whom and who was descended to whom. So I've actually taken them down and shown you which lines continued through today, which lines stopped when, which lines continued through females but not males, things like that. And I've got a lot of little screenshots from family trees in it. There are 40 images in this book. The book it's an ebook. It's in PDF form. In letter size, it's 79 pages long. There's a lot of appendices in the back with pergamene legal documents of the various Benassuti, all arranged in chronological order. So you can kind of get a picture of their business life and who their allies were, who their business allies and friends were. It's very interesting to look at it from that perspective. So all of this is in that book. Now, because this is such a large article, I can't put it on the website. It will crash the browser, I guarantee. So what I've done is I've put the whole table of contents on the website, so you can see every single title of chapters and subtitles of all the chapters and subtitles of the chapters of the book. I've put the index of images, so you can see the kinds of images I've put in. Some of them might be very interesting to you. And also I've put the introduction to the chapter to tell you some reasons why they might be very interesting, although I also kind of just said some of that now. Anyways, as I said, this has been a long, long project. I'm very relieved that it's finally done. I keep finding typos in it. I hope there aren't any more. And I had a lot of help from a lot of different people who I've acknowledged at the beginning of the book. So if you're intrigued, please buy the book, because every purchase of it helps me write more articles like this, more ebooks like this. I don't get paid when I'm researching projects like this, because it's not for any client. It's just for my own research and my own pleasure and my own delight. So I hope you like it. I really hope you like it. I'm very happy to release it to the world. And let me see if I could look at the full title. Hold on. It's called something. Just give me a second. The Benassuti of Trentino, Medieval Origins, Nobility, and a Dynasty of Notaries. And that's all from me right now. This is Lynn Serafinn from TrentinoGenealogy.com. Ciao, ciao. Take care. Bye.